Hello everyone, Roger here with Creating With Your Spiritual Universe, CWYSU.com, CWYSU.com. And today is the first true installation of the series, Basic Astrology in 8 Minutes. Basic Astrology in 8 minutes, actually 8 minutes or less. And the purpose of this series is so that everyone watching, whether your knowledge is from zero to very little about astrology, to be able to read the birth chart within 30 days. Now, what you need is your birth chart. That. And I provided a link down below for you to be able to pull up that birth chart. And you will need your place of birth, your date of birth, and your time of birth. Very important. And then you go to astro.com, go to the calculator, and you can pull up your birth chart and you can follow along during the entire series here. Now let's get started. Let's start with the sun sign. The sun sign, what is the sun sign? The sun sign is the most common part of the birth chart. But it is not the most complete way to view who you are. As a matter of fact, the sun is just one aspect of who you are. So what you want to do, and the reason why the sun sign has become so popular is because when you go for decades, years and years, when you go to the newspaper, you look up your astrological sign, they always just talk about the sun sign. You go into a magazine, it's always about the sun sign. Everybody always just limits everything to the sun sign. And your astrological birth chart is way more vast than just the sun sign. Okay? So what does the sun sign represent? The sun sign represents how you present yourself to the world. What people see when they first see you. It represents the ego, the conscious mind, what you project, what you strive to be. That, in a nutshell, is the sun sign. So when we're talking about the sun, it's about our outer appearance. It's about what we want to become. And it's also the first impression that people will have of us. Okay? It's the first impression. It's the outgoing, forward-moving nature of who we are. Now, it also represents the masculine side of all of us. And when I use the term masculine and feminine, I'm talking about gender, not sex, not what you have between your legs, but gender. And gender is within every single person. It has nothing to do with sex. We all have a masculine side and we all have a feminine side. And so when I refer to masculinity and femininity, that's what I'm talking about. Now, the even more important, in my opinion, than the sun sign is the moon sign, because the moon sign represents our emotional states of being, how we process and how we process information. It's representative of the subconscious, how we view the world, how we think about things, how we feel about things. It describes how our emotional states of being towards anything inside of us or outside of us. It is also representing the subconscious mind, the processing mind, and therefore it's more accurate about who we are than the sun sign. Because what you do and your experiences in everyday life comes from your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind creates your reality and creates your world. So the moon represents that. The moon also represents the mother. The moon also represents the mother, and the sun is representative of the father. But the moon represents the mother, and the moon also represents your relationship with your mother. Your relationship with your mother. So that's a very personal and a very, very deep kind of connection. So when you first meet someone, you might you might see a lot of their son, but when you get to know them, you're finding about the moon side of them. So that's why it's important to know. Now, the other thing that you should know at minimum is the ascendant sign. I'm talking about that separately, completely, because I want to spend the entire time talking about the ascendant. And so those three things, the sun, the moon, and the ascendant, are extremely important. Your sun, your moon, and your ascendant, and I will talk about the ascendant separately. And that's a much more accurate description of a person and who they are than just their sun sign. And then when you really want to dig into all of the other aspects, because you have 12 houses representing all the aspects of who you are, and when you want to know the details of all of that, then you want to learn the birth chart. And we're at a time in this reality where we must begin to discover the God and goddesses within, and understand that nothing exists outside of us. It's all a projection from the inside. I didn't make a mistake when I said that. Everything that is out there is representative of what is inside of us. We are the universe. Every aspect of how the universe functions can be found within a human being. Every single bit. Every single bit. Okay? Thank you so much. And remember to defy the taboo against finding out who you are. And subscribe so you can be updated for this series and other things that I'm going to be bringing forward in the future. Thank you so much.